This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Daily Catch-Up podcast.
Joel Creasy's with us this morning, which is great news.
Doing the podcast is always fun. We do it on our show too, and it's like it's loose. You can say whatever.
Yeah. We talked about it with Rove once because he said when he did breakfast radio in Sydney for a different company that they, were very restrictive about what they could and couldn't say on their show, and so then they would just get loose as on the podcast and basically do the show they wanted to do.
Yeah, we're filthy on ours because Ricky has quite the potty mouth.
She really does, doesn't she? Not like me. I'm a lady.
You're a lady. Yeah, says you that ended the show with shove it up your poon or something.
Yeah, that's how she ended the show.
It was in context.
Wow.
It was. I just did Taskmaster with Rove, Sean. He was wonderful. I've worked with Rove quite a bit. We did a TV show called Show Me the Movie together as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
He's a mad movie buff like you. Yeah, absolutely.
He's a total nerd and it's so charming. He's like a real charming nerd.
It's so funny the things that he's really into. So Doctor Who and wrestling. Like that's it's like and both
Pink.
equally
And Pink.
equally passionately. I know, it's amazing.
Joel. So growing up, they had a trampoline in their place in Willerton. We didn't have a trampoline, and it was in the sandpit, right? So you'd be able to jump off this slide, wrestle each other because he was so into wrestling, and then slam each other over the side, and you land in the sandpit, which is kind of like
softball.
Yeah, softball.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess he's got a low centre of gravity, so he'd be a good wrestler.
It wasn't a high tramp. It wasn't a high trampoline.
Safety first. On the
exactly.
show today, we talk about the excuses people might have used and had some success with when it comes to getting out of a fine.
Yeah, absolutely. My dad got chooks for his birthday. I tell everyone about that little story.
We catch up with the Vanquished, our favourite runner-up, Sunday Ariang from the West Coast Fever.
She's divine.
Isn't she just
I've got a
a
total
joy?
crush.
Yeah.
She's
Joel asked
amazing.
her some hard-hitting netball questions.
You're right into it now, aren't
big
you?
time. I really am. I'm going to binge it all weekend.
We have ignited your passions for netball, as it turns out.
Yes, thank you for that.
The captain of the men's netball team, which are called the Kelpies, he just married one of the boys from Home and Away.
Oh, I did see that.
Yes, there's a
Did see
glamour
that.
couple, if ever there was one. Speaking of glamour couples, what about the one that's breaking up, Sean McManus and Matthew Pavlich?
Unbelievable. The big Pabs joining the Sydney Swans. And Joel, this is good for you, though, because you are Sydney, Hawthorn, Fremantle.
No, not Hawks, Richmond.
Oh, Richmond, sorry.
And Adelaide Crows. But that's because they pay me, to do the odd corporate for them.
Yeah, so
I can be bored.
well and truly. So Pav opens up about the whole process of how he got the gig.
Yeah, it's good, actually.
Which we've got a lot of
Enjoyed
probing
that.
I
questions.
think I've got a crush on him too.
And we also talk about a kid being left at an airport.
Yes, and Sean thinks it's a great idea.
I'm with you, Sean.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean on Nova 937.
It's 6:04, David and Sean. Ross is here.
Friday's here.
It's Friday. Woo!
I mean,
Yes.
We're up and about.
the weather tomorrow is snorkel weather.
Not great.
40 mils, up to 40 mils tomorrow.
Even more than they were originally forecasting. They had another look at it, went, oh no, it's going to be way worse.
And it's the kind of rain where you got to make sure your house, that bit, I need to make sure that bit's waterproof. You know what I mean? Because
Yes,
it gets in your
makes you
garage
do.
and then you're screwed.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
we can't have that.
No.
Not
Bloody
in the
hell.
garage.
The garage is the playroom for the kids. It's got carpet. Thank you.
Do you let them in the house every now and then?
No, stay in the garage where they sleep too. Just throw some-
There's a door flap that they're able
There's
to
a toddler
sometimes
door
come in
that
and
they-
out of.
Push some food through.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Justin from Ridgewood, come on down. Hello, Justin.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Super, Justin.
Have you ever been to Stockholm, Justin?
No, I haven't. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, no. It's a delightful city. It's on lots of little islands, so it's water all around. Beautiful. I was there, the sun was shining. I don't know if that happens all the time.
That
I'm
would
going
be
to say
great.
no. But
No.
but it is a beautiful city.
A hot day in Sweden's about 24.
Yeah, it was about that.
Middle of summer.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know. It sounds nice, doesn't it? Justin, you're officially in the running. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel could be calling you back next Friday to hook you up with flights, accommodation, spending money and tickets to see Ed Sheeran live in Stockholm.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good on you,
work,
Justin. Have a great
Justin.
day, mate.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. Ed Sheeran's new album, Play, out September 12th, featuring the new single Sapphire and the hit As Is Am.
And that brand new one, a little more.
A little more.
How about that? And the film clip stars Rupert Grint of Harry Potter fame.
Ron Weasley. He was in Lego House 12 years ago, his other video clip where he thinks he's Ed Sheeran. And then I think this one is a play off that. He's coming out of jail for stalking or something.
I love that he just pops gingers into his film clips because why not? Why not? Jobs for gingers.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
At the end of the show yesterday, shout out to my dad, whose birthday it was yesterday.
Because you nearly forgot.
Nearly forgot.
Put it
I
on a
wrote it
post-it.
down on a post-it note, chucked next to the computer and everything.
And then didn't look at your computer for the rest of the morning.
No.
Put it there.
You're not
in front
even
of
in
you.
that room all morning.
Should have. Anyway, during the week, my brother, everyone's wondering, normally for Dad's birthday, I might go and buy him a jumper, someone will buy him some Ugg boots or
Yes.
something, because this type of year, every year, we just,
It's winter. You think we'll just rug him up.
yeah. But my brother Tim said, Dad needs new chooks. And I went, what?
Wait, what are the old ones?
They're at their...
Oh,
they
they've
hit the age, Nat, where they're not
Okay.
laying as
They're being retired.
consistently
Yes.
as we have in the past.
So explain to me, he has chickens at home.
Yes, he has chickens at
Yeah,
home.
they live semi-rurally, so they've got a little bit of acreage.
Okay, for eggs or company or just...
No, just for the family.
Yeah. But like he likes the company of the chooks or he likes the eggs from them?
No, he likes the fact that he's got chooks, some sheep, a couple of alpacas,
A lifestyle thing.
some birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, new chooks were on the horizon, so I didn't know this, but it was very, very difficult to get your hands on
Source
chooks at the moment.
So whose job was it out of all of you?
My brother Tim,
Yes.
he works FIFO, so he had some time on his hand to get hold
Yeah.
of the chooks. He found a guy, I think was down towards Baldivis area, and it was the last remaining chooks. He was able to get 8 off him, and they, with
going
a bit
right.
of negotiation, they came down to $53 a chook.
Wow. That's
Get
so
out.
specific.
A chook.
And the fact that you said you found a guy makes it sound like very off market.
Now, where do you find a guy? Is it is it Gumtree? Where do you get?
There's like livestock places that you can jump
Okay.
on websites and have a look around. But on Gumtree, my brother Dave, he said, I used to look on Gumtree all the time for chooks.
Yeah.
And I go, you don't have chooks and you never had chooks. Yeah, but I just look.
But he would look. Yeah, he
I
was
just look.
just browsing.
You need a chook license or like...
No.
No, you don't.
They
But you
can't-
can't have roosters in
Yes.
in
a
suburban
built up,
areas.
yeah, that's right. There are some requirements depending on the local council may make about the way you house them. So they might have to be certain distance from the neighbour's fence, their coop, and their coop has to be certain size and dimension and sloping and all that kind of stuff. But other than that,
So working with children's check doesn't apply to like working with chooks. You know what I mean?
what is it that you?
No, it's not a dual. It's not a dual license,
Like you're
Ross.
safe. The chooks are safe with you, you know? You'd want a responsible chook owner.
Why did you bring that up? Now it sounds weird. What are you doing to these chickens?
Exactly, Ross.
I mean, you need like, yeah, it's all good. Thumbs up. Official.
Well, the children were supposed to be delivered
Can't
at
even look
3
him
and
in
they
the eye.
didn't get to Mum and Dad's till 5.
Why? What were they
and
doing?
Everyone was like, oh, no, is this guy getting there? Well, he got a bit lost getting out to the oldies place. And
But
then...
it's not. Hey, Baldivis isn't that far to your
No,
parents'
it's not.
house.
It's not. Straight up the freeway. Anyway, long story short, when he pulled up, of course, Dad's like, nah, mate, you've got the wrong place.
Oh,
and then he
no.
gave the old, no, this is your birthday present surprise. And he was over the moon, actually.
So he was wrapped to get
was
new chooks
wrapped.
for his birthday.
Yeah, now apparently they're not going to be laying until between 6 and 8 weeks because they've still got a bit of growth
So
to go.
they're babies.
Yeah.
They're pullets.
Oh, is that what they
That's
call
what they're
them?
called, yeah.
Oh.
I'm a farmer.
But new chooks, what an absolute victory.
What sort are they? Do we know? Eyes of Browns, Bantams, what are they?
Oh, jeez, now. Really?
right,
They're
that's-
definitely not bantams.
They're the
definitely not
only
bantams.
two I know, but it was impressive for a second, wasn't it?
That was really impressive.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
The thing about chooks at the moment, the reason why they're so scarce is because of the price of eggs. So a
Yes.
lot of people in suburbia have started buying them.
Yeah, but you've got to then set them up. I think this is a false economy. And also, you should spend more than $400 on chooks for your dad.
$53 a chook, yeah.
That's more than a jumper.
Yep. No, it was collectively.
Yeah.
We
You all went in.
All put
You
in.
all
But
went
that's a great present.
Has he named them? Does he name?
No, it was too close. It was too close. They will be named by the kids
Yeah.
at some stage.
Great,
But,
great.
They were all playing with them last night, and hopefully they're still alive this morning.
Fingers crossed. Happy birthday, Slaughter.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Spend more time doing you things, like cheering on your home team from the Bankwest Best Seats.
Footy season's almost over. There's still some exciting games to go to. Maybe a high-scoring one this Sunday. Up in Graves, we've got 2 premium Bankwest Best Seats. See the Eagles take on the Crows. Premium seating plus food and drinks is all included.
If you want to play 13 24 10 right now, please.
Yeah,
Oh, we
absolutely.
don't have
Get
enough
involved.
people.
Yeah.
Come on, you want to get involved in this, surely.
Well, the last quarter, Darren is in Hammond Park. He wants to play. Good morning, Darren.
Morning, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Darren, who do you barrack for, Darren?
Freo.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well done. Well done.
He's smelling free piss here. Oh, that's, that's what I reckon.
Hey, Darren, we're going to ask you the all-important question. How do you win the last quarter?
By winning the last quarter.
Yes,
Well
Darren.
done, Darren. You can stay.
Well done.
Matt's in Yanjibub. G'day, Matt.
How are you?
Good, Matt.
Awesome.
Great, Matt. Who do you back for?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Yeah, it's been a long season, hasn't it?
So it's been a long 2 years.
Yeah, four.
Sean. 4 years, mate.
At least we can sit down and still watch the replay of 2018, which I
No,
do from
that's
time to
it, that's
time.
it. It gets a
helps
bit grainy.
ease the pain.
You
Matt,
watch it so often. It gets a bit
I know,
grainy,
that's
doesn't
right. Matt, how do you win the last quarter?
You've got to play as hard as you can to the end.
Matt, that is not the answer. I'm afraid you've been
Matt.
disqualified as per
Matt.
the rules. I think it was 11.3.
Automatically win.
No,
No.
it doesn't, Darren.
Darren, pipe down.
We have to get rid of Matt. Sorry, Matt. Wasn't the answer. We move on to Nicola in Piara Waters. Good morning, Nicola.
Morning, how are you?
Nicola,
Good,
how
Nicola.
Do you win the last quarter?
You win the last
Yes.
quarter?
You do.
Why did Matt just say that?
Why did you say that, Matt?
Oh.
I mean,
He's an Eagles fan too. He's had a it just got even rougher.
Yeah.
All right, first quarter time, everybody. Darren v Nicola. Here's what will happen. We'll ask you a question. If you know the answer, you buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you move through to the next quarter. If you get it wrong, your opponent moves through. Let's test your buzzers. Darren,
Darren?
Nicola,
Nicola?
they're working.
Matt. Still
I know.
okay. Mind on task. Quarter number one. In which suburb is the West Coast Eagles headquarters located in?
Nicola.
Darren?
Left lane?
Yes, Nicola. Through to the
Darren.
second quarter.
Sorry,
Too slow,
buddy.
Daz. All right, Nicola, in the second quarter, you're taking on Tegan from Hocking. Good morning, Tegan.
Good morning.
Tegan, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Yes,
Tegan.
it's easy. All right, let's test your buzzer, Tegan.
Tegan?
All right. Second quarter, Nicola v. Tegan, this is your question. Which animal is on the logo of Red Bull?
Tegan?
Tegan?
A bull?
Yes, Tegan. Sometimes the questions are really easy. Okay, so Tegan, in the third quarter, you're taking on Paul from Secret Harbour. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Morning.
Paul.
How do you win the last quarter, Paul?
You win the last quarter.
You certainly do, Paul. And who's your team, Paul?
Fremantle.
Righto.
Okay. Test your buzzer, please, Paul.
Paul.
Yep.
That's working, Nat.
Tegan v. Paul, third quarter.
Here is the third quarter question. What AFL team does Marcus Bontempelli play for?
Tegan?
Tegan by a whisker.
Marcus Bontempelli plays for
Quick.
the Bulldogs.
Well,
No.
just in the nick of time. It was the Bulldogs. All right, you move through. But repeating the
Tegan.
question, if you do it again, we're going to buzz you out, all
Yes, we
right?
are.
Okay, so, Tegan, in the last quarter, you take on Kale from Mandurah. Good morning, Kale.
Hi, how are you?
Good, buddy. Who do you vote for, Kale?
I'm a Crows member.
Oh, Kale, you need these
Kale,
tickets.
you dog. Okay, Kale. How do you win the last quarter, Kale?
You win the last quarter.
All right, we're in the last quarter. Kale, test your buzzer.
Kale?
All right. Tegan v. Kale. It's the last quarter.
Ross's last horn for the day.
Is it?
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Okay, here is your question. What does the M in MCG stand for?
Kale?
Tegan?
Kale for the win.
Melbourne.
Yeah,
Melbourne it is!
Sorry, Tegan, we did hear you, but Kale got in just before you, I'm afraid. I know.
What a win. He's come in the
Kale,
last
you
quarter.
stinking Crow supporter. You will be there. 2 premium Bankwest best seats. See the Eagles take on the Crows on Sunday. Premium seating, food and drinks all included. Kale, have a great day out.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Can you please clap politely when they're farewelling Gov and Dom Sheed, please?
Absolutely.
That's all I ask of
A
you.
lot of respect after that. Get stuck into it. Watch your team.
Yeah,
kick
do
20
whatever.
goals for the game.
Do whatever you have to do, Kale. Beautiful work, everybody.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Can I tell you about some community service that I did yesterday, Sean?
Yes, please.
So I was home and it was such a beautiful day, and I had planned that I was going to go for a bit of a walk down the river anyway. And then I saw on the local community Facebook group that a dog was missing, and it had been seen like running around the streets of East Fremantle, over near where the Oval is actually, Sean, sort of the other side of Marmion Street, crossing Marmion Street. It's a little white dog wearing a red coat. And I'm like, well, I'm going for a walk anyway. Why don't I walk the streets and see if I can spot this dog?
That is really good thinking, Natalie.
Because
well done.
It wasn't that long ago that my dog was the one on the loose in North Fremantle when I was away, and I thought, let's pay it back, you know? And so I walked the streets, and there's a lot of little hiding spots that a little dog in a red coat could be in.
Little dog.
Where were you looking? Where were you?
So I was walking it because they said that people had seen it running along the road near. There's a little cafe in there near the netball courts.
Yeah.
And so I thought I'll go up to where the park is, thinking that maybe it would go there. But also in that particular little area, people have planted out their verges with lots of native bushes and things, and they're quite overgrown. So I'm like looking in everybody's little.
You look dodgy.
Did you look? Yeah, you would have.
I know. So I'm like walking around looking in people's verges and in their front yards and stuff if they didn't have a gate. But it turns out there's a lot of properties that are the battle axe blocks there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that little dog could have run all the way down there. I don't know. And I'm looking, and then I went down to near where there's an underpass that goes under Stirling Highway.
Yep.
And so I sort of went down there and I walked along and looked in all the bushes along the fence.
Were you doing the name and?
No, when a dog is on the run like that, they say don't call its name because it can panic them further.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be the first thing I'd do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing, Ross, when you're on the run sometimes, the last people you don't want people spotting you and calling your name.
Yeah, good point. You just keep running. Right.
No, they're trying to catch me.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that. But so I was just sort of looking around and I did this for an hour. Hour walking around. And then I had something else I had to do. So I thought, I better go home. And then literally 2 minutes after I got home, I thought, I better check and see if there's any updates. And the dog had been found, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Not by me, by a girl who got home and found the dog asleep on her couch. What? So
How did it get in?
That must have had a cat or dog door, and it's just like run to their house and seen the door open and gone in, and then
That'll do.
fallen asleep on the couch.
Far from where it was supposed to be.
No, I believe it was in that area. It was in the area I was looking. It was on one of those streets. But yeah, it had found its way inside someone's house and just had a nap on the couch.
So you needed to go in houses in your looking.
That's where I didn't commit
No,
fully.
you didn't.
But
Great effort.
We love a happy ending.
More, yes, absolutely. And one that doesn't cost you $60.
Yeah, that's right. But also hit my step count, so win. My community service, I think I've paid that back now. Is that right?
You've done a great job. I just can imagine the person walking inside their house to see a dog with a red jacket just sitting there.
Yeah, just asleep on its couch, just curled up on the couch. How fun is that?
Am I in the right house?
I know.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We have Joel Carisi. Hello, Joel.
A man who never cares for himself or cares a little too much. Good morning.
Morning, Joel. Good to see you on a Friday. How's your week been so far?
It's been a banger of a week. I've had TC, Terry Creasy, my father, in town.
Top
visiting.
cat.
Top cat. We have had many wines this week, so the weekend couldn't come fast enough.
Is he in town for the weekend too, Joel?
Oh, no, she's got things on. She's already back in...
Go back in Perth.
Because, Mum and Dad are off to Europe on Tuesday.
Oh, of course they are.
Like the rest of the world. I'm so jealous.
I'm jealous too when I just got back.
I know.
But as soon as you've been back for like more than 3 days, it's like it was a dream.
Yeah.
And the other thing with going to Europe, does everyone only go to Greece and Italy? Because that's
well, Sean, in my community, you can imagine all my mates. They're all they're all at what is it called, Jackie O's in Ibiza, and they're all shirtless, and because my community get ready for 6 months to go on these holidays. They shred, they get ripped. It's ridiculous, but I watch every single story.
I bet too.
My community.
I love it too. I love it. That's gold.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's Nathan and Sean's Book Week. For the why.
Invest in your child's future with the Y School Ready program, helping children under 5 flourish with literacy and language. Search the YWA Early Learning.
Just 2 more weeks to go, everybody. Book week is rapidly approaching. We're heading back to school. We're going to be doing our show at Brentwood Primary School. The whole thing, thanks to our mates at the Y. And Joel Creasy, is there anything you would like to officially announce?
I shall officially be there.
Yes.
I must learn to read first, but otherwise it's going to be fantastic.
Well, we've got a book to help you with that because we've written a book.
It's arrived in my office in Melbourne, at Nova HQ Melbourne. It is fantastic. Congratulations,
Thank you.
authors.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It's called What If We Wrote a Book. We're pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
It will be for sale for telethon from that day, the 22nd of August.
What are we flogging them for? $300, $400?
At least. At
Yeah.
least,
It's
yeah.
for the
Worth it.
kids. It's for the
Yeah.
kids.
Of course, we're going to low up to Brentwood Primary with a $5,000 donation, if you
I
don't
know.
mind, to help them out with their own library.
That's lovely. People are asking us, is your book any good, though? And so far, also they're asking us rudely, did you really write it? Yes, we really did. We got an illustrator to illustrate it, but we really did write it.
Yes.
And so yesterday you might have heard Ross's kids reviewing it. They said it was good.
Yeah.
It was the day before, wasn't it? Yeah. So the reviews are just flooding in now.
Got a new one?
Our producer Amy's daughter Charlotte had a bit of a read. Amy?
The first thing she asked me was,
Yes.
why are you not in this book, Mum?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Well, you know,
Wow. Charlotte, that's actually a really good question. She'll be in the next one.
it would have been too long. So
Yeah,
we had,
that's right.
You know,
That's
cutting
right.
room
Yeah,
floor, that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Do
Joel.
justice.
All right, let's hear what Charlotte had to say.
The book was funny. It was great, and my favourite part was the dog. The dog was very cute, and I liked the the footy player. That he had to use all the tool things, and it was very, very, very funny, and it was nice. What's the book actually going to be about? The book about the book.
Charlotte's like me
She
talking
nailed
to
it.
a contractor. Like those tool things that you use.
I think so. On top of Ollie Warman saying it's good, we now have
It was nice.
Charlotte saying it's nice.
It's nice.
So
Very
both
nice.
good
Gathering
and nice.
momentum.
The people have spoken. I mean, who wouldn't want it, right?
I'd take it. That's better than reviews that I got for my book. So, take the wins we can get them.
Yeah. And we are. That's awesome.
All right. We can't wait for book week. Costumes are being prepared, Sean.
Absolutely.
What have you done towards your
I've
costume?
done nothing. Bella said to me yesterday, she gave me some options, actually a couple of days ago, and I said, we will leave today with a
And you didn't.
decision.
And you didn't, did you?
No, I might ask Joel too.
Joel, do you know what you're going to
Yeah.
dress as?
Well, no, that's just only crossed my mind. So any ideas, throw them my way. I do love a dress-up party.
Yeah, no, I don't think you need as much help as Sean does. You know what I
But
mean?
what were you thinking, Sean? What were you thinking of
Well, I
going
don't
as?
think that's one of
That's-
the problems
yeah.
I have.
No, I
Joel.
knew that, but what are you thinking of going as?
I don't know. I was about to Google it, actually, but Bella did... the most
Book
popular...
costumes.
That's exactly what I was going for.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Joel, you want to talk to us about Lady Gaga?
I do. She, the VMA nominations came out yesterday. She leads the pack with 12 nominations.
That's an incredible
Huge.
amount.
I am such a huge fan of Lady Gaga. I know it's a bit of a cliche to love Lady Gaga, but hey, I've also got a boat licence, so
Skipper's ticket,
it's
everybody.
all about balance. Yeah, it's about 10 years, maybe 20 years expired. But no, I love the Mayhem album, Abracadabra. I mean,
Yes.
Song of the Year, I'm calling it. I love her, but I got to interview her a couple of months ago. She did one interview in Australia. We scored her on Ricky Lee, Tim, and whatever that other guy's name is. But we had to get up at 4 a.m. or something to do the interview because we had to time it up with her, of course, because she is the queen.
Yes.
I think I've got a little snippet of the chat because I was so nervous because she
You're
is
a
my
touch
number one.
starstruck, you might say. say.
Yeah, I got,
just a touch.
Got a little bit here. And go check it out on the Regularly Tim and Joel Instagram. And you really pour your heart out there. But her response to what you say, just a little bit of what Gaga says to you, Joel.
Thank you. You are all my everything.
Oh,
What the hell?
No, don't say all. Not Ricky and Tim. No, you, Joel Creasy, are my everything.
You personally.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
All the years ago when she first came out, Poker Face was her thing.
Yes.
And I turned up to Rove Live once, and she was on.
Yeah.
And it was her first performance in Australia, and she ripped it apart.
Yes.
And that voice is amazing.
Well, around about that same time, she did come to Perth, and Nathan and I got the opportunity to go to a hotel, sit in a room, and interview her one-on-one, and 2-on-1, and she was extraordinary.
Sounds like a good night out.
She was very she's super smart.
She's
super
so smart.
She knows, and that was the phase when she was doing all the really weird stuff, but which to get attention essentially. Like she knew how to. She gamed the system essentially, and she was just so. She is a very savvy woman, extraordinary, and a great talent.
She really is. Also, speaking of Poker Face, Sean, you need to look up the actual lyrics to that song. Very rude. Very rude, in fact. People sing the wrong lyrics. And also, Natalie, on your point, when she came to Perth the first time, she was supporting the Pussycat Dolls at the Dome.
At the Dome.
We know where you used
Blew
to
the
get
roof off
suctioned
the
in.
Dome. Exactly.
Yeah. Remember, you used to get blown out of that venue?
Your ears popped as you left.
I know. It was so much fun. But by the time it got to Perth, she was far more famous than the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Puss, Joel. Puss.
Puss. Kiss, kiss in Swedish. And I remember watching Lady Gaga and then leaving because there was only 3 Pussycat Dolls on the tour by that point.
Yes.
But when we did the interview with her for Ricky, Tim and Joel, we had to do it very early. The team were teasing me because early starts aren't really my jam, particularly 4 a.m. So I was driving a little bit erratically because I wanted to prove a point that I was going to be there, of course, for my queen. And there was nobody else on the roads, and I heard this wheel wheel, and a police officer pulled me over, and I was like, no, this cannot happen. And I wasn't speeding. I was just sort of nudging the line, maybe crossing
a few
lines
cat's
every
eyes.
now and then. Yeah. It took out a few humans. And he said, everything all right? And I said, I'm off to interview Lady Gaga. I promise. If you want, you can follow me to the station. It's 1 block away. I'm not making this up. And he said, no worries, mate. You can keep going. So thank you.
Lady Gaga defense.
So much Lady Gaga. Yes, the Lady Gaga defense. I was ready for him to come into the studio and chat to her himself if he needed.
And you would have let him do it just to get out of the ticket, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I've not. You hear maybe the lady in Labour might be a usable defence, but other than that, if they can't see the crowning, they're not. They're famous for not letting you off things.
Well, I was like, you can swab me, you can breathalyze me, anything you want. I'm so sorry, but I really don't have time to do either of those things.
I have to speed to the studio right now. I've got to talk to Lady Gaga.
Or maybe I performed an abracadabra on him, and
I'll see what you did there.
Oh, I love those defences, and the beauty about that is you're being completely honest, right? And I always go down that policy if the cops ever pick me up, and I remember this distinctly.
How often does this happen, Sean?
There was a moment in time.
Before he knew how to connect his phone to his car.
Yeah, there was. And I was down south, and we'd been at Smith's Beach all day, and I went down earlier. My wife came in separate cars. Anyway, I was coming down the hill, and she kept ringing. She kept ringing. And eventually I did the wrong thing, and I picked up the phone, and she wanted to have a conversation. It was an emergency.
It was an emergency.
She was asking me. Yeah, it was an emergency. She said, for God's sake, why haven't you answered? And I said, mate, I can't pick up the phone. We're driving. She goes, you need to stop at Coles and get a hot chook. Next thing you know, the bloody police siren starts going, and there's a cop right behind me. So they pull me over, and the guy comes up to the window, and he the typical thing, mate, we've seen you on your phone. Is there any reason why you had to be on your phone at this moment? And I said, look,
you'll understand this, mate.
My wife has been constantly ringing me, and she said, I desperately need to stop at Coles to get a hot chook.
Yeah, bachelor's handbag.
Yeah.
So did the hot chook defence work?
It didn't work, Joel.
Oh, no. You should have said you were Tony Modra.
I should
Or you should
I'm
have
going
said-
to get a hot chook for Tony Modro. That would have got me up.
And that was a deep cut from my brain.
I
Let me
know,
tell
well
you
done.
that
Well
reference.
played, mate.
I would have said you were going to interview Lady Gaga because we know that works.
So sometimes it doesn't work necessarily.
All right, we want to know, did you manage to find the excuse that got you out of a fine? Or alternatively, did you think you had the perfect excuse,
Real
like
one.
Sean, the hot chook defence?
Oh,
My
the hot
wife
chook
is
defence.
badgering me. I have to pick up a hot chook from Coles. That you thought was the perfect defence, but they didn't fall for it.
I'm going to throw this out there because a lot of people get fines for parking in particular and
Yeah.
local
Oh my gosh.
councils, and you
Yes.
get on
Stack of
there.
them.
And you get on there and you write them an email and they shut you down. But sometimes you get a good result.
Yeah.
You got a story like
Yeah.
that too.
Jade's in Scarborough.
funny.
Morning, Jade.
Good morning, guys.
Now, have you
Okay,
gotten out of a fine successfully? What did you do?
Yeah, look, it was a little bit cheeky. I was 8 at the time. It was my birthday, and we needed to go to the shops and pick up some more party supplies. And it was all exciting. Dad took me to the shops, and we were on our way out of the little IGA. And as we literally turned down the street, we heard the siren go off, and we both looked at each other. Yeah,
There it is.
both looked at each other, and Dad went, "We haven't put on our seatbelts yet. We were actually new to the country," which I know, not a good excuse. But anyway,
Valid.
police pulled us over.
Yeah.
Dad rolled down his window, and the first thing he said was, "I'm so sorry, it's my daughter's 8th birthday." And the cop looked at us, and he went, "Oh, well, happy birthday." And we essentially got off scot-free.
Oh! Were you from the motherland, were you originally, Jade?
Yeah, well, we were living in Mauritius at the time.
Oh, Mauritius.
And then
Hello.
we moved to Perth. Yeah, moved
Wow.
to Perth. And it was no excuse, still naughty, but we got away with it. He said, "Have a great birthday, don't do it again, put on your seatbelt."
And Jade, you've got a gorgeous voice. Are you now 9? You sound so young. I'm jealous.
I'm a primary school teacher.
Oh, there you go. yeah,
and that's how we need to be spoken to. So thank you very much.
Exactly. That's beautiful, Jade. Thank you. Jess is in Success. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jess.
Jess.
Now, did you try and get out of a fine? What happened?
I did. It was unsuccessful.
Oh, okay. What
Driving down a road that's quite notorious for police to be sitting at the bottom of a hill.
Yeah.
Okay,
With my
yep,
two
can
little
guess.
kids in the back of the car. And my 1-year-old was way past due for a nap. And she was screaming and carrying on. And so obviously I was going a little bit over the speed limit to get home early. Or not early, late in this case. And I got pulled over by the police for speeding. And as I've got pulled over, my 3-year-old has then started screaming because she thought I was going to get taken away
Yes.
by the police
Sure.
and go to prison.
Yeah.
So then she's yelling, going, "No, don't take my mummy! Don't take my mummy!" And I'm talking to the police, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry. Like, my 1-year-old's way past due for a nap. Like, I was speeding. I was honest. I tried the honest approach. Didn't work. And then he left me with my ticket on the side of the road, trying to calm down my 2 children who were screaming because
Oh,
my
great.
3-year-old still thought, because the police were still sitting there, that I was still going to get taken, and I still had an overtired 1-year-old, so it didn't work.
How many episodes of Cops did you let that 3-year-old watch? So that she thought as soon as a police officer turns up, she's going to carry you
We
away.
don't watch much TV in our house, so I don't know where it had come from.
That's hilarious, isn't it?
Just start hearing that music. Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Thanks, Jess. Eleanor is in Kandoola. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Okay, Eleanor,
Morning.
what have you got for us?
So this is not my story. This is my sister-in-law's story. Some years ago, I may butcher it in retelling it, but going through a booze bust or pulled over for some reason, unfortunately, busting, heading home, dropped a big one, farted.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was like, where are we going with this?
Sorry, Joel. The windows come down. The police officer's leant over and he said, "Keep driving, ma'am."
Sean, you could do that.
I could do that.
You can barely hold him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get a
so
couple of
it
roast
worked.
chooks in you.
It's a story that's retold whenever the opportunity arises. And yeah, it'll live on for years and years to come. I
Imagine
believe.
emanating gas that is so putrid that the police are like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, they've
Don't
seen
worry
some
about it.
stuff.
I
and even they're
know,
like,
exactly.
"Ugh,
That's
too far.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
I just got reminded because it's on TV to see the guy that gave $100 million to the Murdoch University vet school.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
$100 million because he's like, oh, my wife died and I'll never be able to spend that.
Oh, what a legend.
$100 million he had just lying around. And
his children are furious.
He did.
Yeah, fair enough.
He did say, they've already got the money, so, like, there's no going back now. They've already got... He said it, like, several times, like, yeah, we get it. You gave the money already, and they've probably already spent it. But what an incredible gift.
That's great.
$100 million.
Yeah, those who can should, and he's done that.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And his wife...
Word, Sean.
Thank you.
His wife just loved animals. It's like, I love animals. I'll take the $100 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
What a lovely
I've got a pet to
human.
feed.
Yeah, and he made money. It was like he had a business in Hong Kong that was to do with selling other business names or something. And he goes,
Wow.
that can make you
Oh,
$100 million
really?
that's left over. I mean, he's not living on the streets
If
now.
you're giving up $100 million, then you've got a lot more left.
Correct.
Yeah. That's just a drop in the ocean.
I know.
But making, like, you know, business names and stuff, like a lot...
Shelf
like a lot
companies and things, yeah.
Yeah. Well, pirates online, you know, buy domain names because I lost joelcreasy.com and they tried to sell it back to... I mean, I don't update it, so I don't check it out. But
How much for?
They wanted to sell it back to me for $10,000.
Oh,
so
Joel, really?
I just whacked on it .au.
Got it.
I wanted to do .org, but I thought it standard for something else.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The story broke yesterday. Comes from Spain.
Spain?
España. There was a family going on a holiday. They were leaving from Madrid airport. It was mum, dad, and a 10-year-old kid. And when they got to the airport, they're checking in, and the kid's passport was not valid. Perhaps it just wasn't. You know how you have to have 6 months on it? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Not valid. So mum and dad went on the holiday anyway and left the kid at Madrid airport. They did apparently ring a family member to come and get him.
Oh, that's nice.
But the family member had not arrived.
When they took off?
They took off. Well, they had to go, Sean. The plane was boarding. What are you going to do?
It wasn't Kate and Jerry McCann, was it? You can't leave a child at the airport.
No, I've been to Madrid airport. It's a very stylish airport, actually. It's really lovely. Yeah, very nice. But it's massive. And I don't know that I would leave. I don't have a 10-year-old, but I wouldn't leave it there. Sean?
I just don't know.
Actually, Nat, do we have a surprise for you? Sean, bring him in.
I've forgotten a lot of things in my life, Joel, but I think I would have remembered that.
I'll tell you what, though, when you're in the zone for going on a holiday, there's nothing stopping you sometimes.
Let's put it there. So you, Megan and Sonny are going off on holidays. You're off to Bali for a week. It's going to be great. You're at the airport. Sonny's passport not valid. You and Megan?
Yep. I'd almost half pretend that I was going to be the person who stays behind, but probably not even half.
Oh, okay. So you would leave Megan and Sonny behind. Megan would have to stay and you'd still go.
Yeah, I'll get really itchy feet. So Joel, when we get to go on holidays here, obviously...
You need that Bali, it's scratched.
That's right.
So did you want to think about it for a moment? Because there was no hesitation.
I thought about it a lot. And you know why? It's because we had the volcano that was happening a few times. We go to Bali, bloody COVID, everything along the journey, and you don't want anything to stop you being on holidays.
Yeah.
And one time, sorry, Joel, the plane, one of my planes got canned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just walked around the airport buying tickets.
Because I saw you at the airport that day. I saw you that day, remember, because I was going somewhere too. And I'm like, what are you doing? When you're supposed to leave 3 hours ago? He's like, oh, I know, but I'm on a flight at this time, and Megan was on a different one or something. Yeah.
I was like, see you, mate.
Yeah.
What's stopping me?
Yeah, I was boarding a flight to Bali, I reckon 8 years ago, and I'd gotten through customs. I knew my passport was, she was worse for wear, and I got through customs fine, and I'd gone to the lounge, I'd had a little champagne, and then I was boarding the flight, and it was my fault. There was a tiny tear on the passport page, but up where it's attached, what would you call it, the spine of the passport. So I said to the check-in, the flight attendant, "Oh, just be careful with this. She's had a life, this passport." And they noticed
you alerted them to it.
Idiot.
You bozo.
And then they pulled me out of the queue and made a real scene and a real example of me in front of the entire queue, and then started saying, well, is your partner going to go? And we're like, well, we need to decide. And didn't get to go. Didn't get to board the flight.
Did your partner go?
Jack, no, he came home with me because I don't think
loyalty.
he could have. Yeah, well, that would have meant a week in Bali with my family. Sam's
okay,
Joel.
well, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, okay, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Was Jack mad at you, by the way, because of the passport? Because I would be furious.
He had a few more champagnes than me, so I don't think he even knew.
Did Jack tear your passport so he didn't have to go on holidays with your family?
I think, though, if you've got a torn passport because it's been used a lot, that means that you're
a great traveller.
You're a trustworthy traveller.
I agree. And I know somebody that, because you know the 6-month thing, right?
Yeah.
I know somebody who got to Bali and then realised that her passport wasn't valid. So they wasn't valid for the 6 months. And so somehow it escaped the flight attendant's notice, the check-in agent's notice. They didn't realise. She's got to Bali and then they've taken her off to a small room.
Oh,
and
hate that.
she does have a horrible fear of that. And the situation was resolved because her husband was allowed to go with her, and he said, is there some sort of fee that we can pay that might cover this? And they said something like $600. And he opened his wallet and he had $120 in there. And he said, this is all I've got. And they said, that'll do. And they took it, and then they stamped the passport, and off she went on her merry way.
Off you go, pina colada time.
So there's a way around it.
I got taken back to one of those rooms one time, and Joel, get a load of this.
You
my
kept
wife
requesting the cavity search, and that made them suspicious.
Well, mate, I'll tell you what.
They're like, stand up.
Yeah. Let's go a bit further with that. This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
My wife says, she had already gone over there the day before. She rings me and she goes, can you just stop by the drive-through and grab me 2 litres of Cooler Bar Riesling or something
in
along
a
those lines? In a
cask.
cask.
The old
and chuck it in your surfboard.
Oh.
You don't put anything. Have we learned nothing?
Have we not learned any?
I took the marijuana out.
I was going to say, in my office here in Melbourne Nova HQ, I have a clock made by Chappelle Corby.
Oh, yes.
Do you?
The resin ones, yeah?
The resin ones. And I asked her to sign the back, and she very like obliged, because bear in mind it's a clock. On the back it says, enjoy doing time, like Chappelle.
Bravo.
Good sport, Chappers.
I know. And also, parents, if you're out there, don't leave your children there.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking
If the
about.
child can't fly, you can't fly.
True.
Sean, I'm looking at you.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Time for us to get out of here. Joel Creasy, you'll be back on Monday.
I shall be. What a delightful Friday.
It's going to be great, Joel.
Big weekend planned?
Yeah.
I do. I just can't remember. Oh, it's my birthday. It's actually my birthday on Monday.
Birthday.
are you
we're
joining
gonna have
us?
to celebrate.
I am. What better way?
It's going to be great. We're going to be telling you about the weather, obviously.
Yes.
Because that's what we talk about in Perth.
Wait to hear all about
I'm a bit jealous because on the news at the moment on the Channel 9 it says there's a Queensland rain event. I'm like, oh, come on, we've got our own. Up to 300 mils. That is a rain event, actually. I take it back. We've only got up to 4.
Your poo's in trouble.
Retract that. Your poo.
Right into your poon. Tom Gleeson is joining us next week, as is Guy Sebastian as well. Beautiful work. Trousseau, Sam, hello.
Morning, guys. Yeah, our 40 mils seems like not much
Nothing,
now.
I know, right?
Hey, size doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's how you use your 40 mils, isn't it, Joel?
No.
Correct.
Hey, guys.
Got weird.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.